Okay people, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today guys, probably notice I'm using a new lens. This is the kit lens that came with my Panasonic Lumix G7, switching it up, seeing how this looks compared to my other one, which is made by a company called Makey. That's a wide angle lens. This is not wide angle, however I just backed up the camera, so it's basically wide angle now. So today guys, I'm going to be talking about getting a new car and the ways I was able to actually afford it. This is going to be mainly a financial advice video. By the way, I'm not a financial advisor, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. However, most of the advice I'm saying is probably stuff you've heard before. I'm just going to go over some stuff in a little more detail and kind of relate it to my age and maybe your age. So, and at the end, I'll probably show you a little bit inside my car, and then I'm actually going to be doing a full car review of my car in a separate video. Hopefully that'll do well. Car videos usually do well on YouTube, so, and this is a brand new one, so it should do well as well. Well, I just said well a lot. Okay, so today, starting off, we're going to be talking a little bit about investing. Investing is probably one of the smartest things a young individual can do right now, or actually like since the creation of the stock market. And so mainly I'm going to be talking about investing in the stock market, not like real estate or other sort of assets like gold, mainly stocks. And so the first tip I have is start young because of compound interest. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a multiplier. It's usually some interest rate. It could be like usually index funds such as the S&P 500 usually give you a 10% return every year on top of your principal and interest. So you take that amount, say you invest $100,000, 10%, multiply that 100,000 by 1.1, you'll get 110,000 at the end of the year. Now your lump sum of money is 110,000. Then you take that, and the next year you get another 10%. So you take that $110,000 and multiply it by 1.1 again, and as you can see, the number is going to grow even larger because your principal amount has grown, and so therefore you're going to get more interest on top of that principal because your principal is larger. It's basic math. That's how it works. So that's step number one. Step number two, do not be conservative with your investing if you're young. It's okay to fail when you're young because you always have time to grow back that money and invest in safer investments. If you're an older person, obviously you have to be a little more conservative with your money. If you're saving for retirement, you don't want to blow it all in Tesla. If Tesla goes bankrupt, then you lose all your money. Then you can't retire and you have to work till you're 90 years old. That's not very smart. Step number three, index funds are your best friend. Diversification is one of the most important things in investing, and therefore it's good to diversify because it just eliminates risk overall. If one thing fails, you have backup plans to go along with that. So it's basically a way of saying don't put all your eggs in one basket, because if the basket fails, you lose all your eggs. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you invest in an index fund, that index fund invests in a gazillion different things like the S&P 500. It's the 500 top companies in the United States. So obviously, if one of those companies goes bad, you have like 499 left, and obviously I know there's not exactly 500 companies in the S&P 500. So it's basically a way of diversifying your portfolio for cheap. Like you can put any amount you want into an index fund. I'm sure certain ones have minimum requirements, but for the most part, it's cheap and it's free diversification as opposed to you going out and buying every single stock individually, which costs a fortune and no one can afford that except Warren Buffett. Step number three, I see this all the time, I used to do this. One of the main things people search for on YouTube is how to earn passive income because most of people like passive income, right? They like sitting on their butt in their chair and not having to do anything and money just keeps rolling in. YouTube is a way of doing that. I will say that. If you want to start a YouTube channel or any sort of social media page, that is a great source of passive income. However, it does require a lot of work up front. But one thing I didn't realize is like investing is a source of passive income. I put money aside into this fund, say S&P 500, and it just grows over time and I'm not doing anything. And it required almost no like upfront energy. Like I went on like Vanguard or Fidelity or Acorns, I clicked buy and then I put money in there and then it just grew over time and I did nothing. That's a source of passive income. If you want to get started with passive income, definitely check out investing. I'm pretty sure the only requirement right now is to be 18 years or older. So that gets me to the last thing right now. I'm going to be starting this up. Acorns this is not a sponsored video by no means, but I recently got into Acorns, which is basically an investing app. Very basic. I also own a Fidelity account as my brokerage account. That's where most of my money goes, but I started also with a Acorns account. Now this is sort of like, I wouldn't say play money, but it's more of like a separate fund that I'm not going to put as much in kind of test the waters with it and see how my portfolio can grow. So with Acorns, not a sponsored video, you can select, I think it's 5 different portfolios depending on your risk aversion and how much risk you want to take on. So basically, I'm not conservative, I'm young, I have the most aggressive portfolio. It's an index fund where they select a group of assets for you. Obviously, if you choose the risk averse one, it's going to be mostly bonds, treasury bills, treasury bonds, stuff like that, corporate bonds. If you choose the aggressive one, which I have, it's a lot of large cap stocks, mid cap stocks, small cap stocks, and international stocks. Those are the 4 components of that. And then there's some portfolios in the mix that have like a mix of the 2. So what I have is I just have recurring investments, $5 every day going to this fund. When I'm 60 years old, it's going to be worth a lot of money if I invest $5 every single day. It's a small amount. That goes back to behavioral economics. People enjoy small losses rather than large losses. So spending $5 a day is much better than spending, I don't know, like $1,000 in one day. It hurts more. So going along with that, I have a referral link down in the description below of this video. If you guys want to go check out Acorns, use my referral link, you'll get a free $5. Not a sponsored video, just sending you guys over there if you want to get started with investing. Super, super easy. Not nearly as complicated as setting up a brokerage account with Fidelity or Vanguard, I will say that. Super easy. Go set it up, use my referral link, you'll get a free $5, and I also earn a referral commission because of that. So download Acorns, super awesome app. Okay, so I just talked about investing. Now I want to talk about saving versus spending. I used to suck at tracking my financials because I would only see my bank statement once a month, but now I got online banking with my bank, which is super easy to set up, literally took 5 minutes. So what I did was I downloaded the app Mint. Not a sponsored video, by the way, not a sponsored video. However, if Mint or Acorn wants to hit me up, it's sponsored video, I'm completely fine with that. So what Mint does is it's a budgeting app, allows you to track all your financials over time so you're never confused about how much cash you have versus all your liabilities. It's basically a giant app for the basic accounting equation. Assets equals liabilities plus stockholders' equity. It tracks your liabilities, what you owe, your debt. It also tracks your stockholders' equity, your assets you own, the amount you have invested in the stock market, the amount you have invested in crypto, because I own some crypto, not that much, but I do own a little. It also shows you your assets, your cash, your savings accounts, your checking accounts, stuff like that. I know where all my money is at all times. If there's a large withdrawal or amount spent, I can easily track that. It is also a great way of budgeting so I know how much I'm spending and how much money is coming in. Highly recommend this because a lot of young people out there will go out, get a new job, they'll start making more money, and they'll just spend 90% of their money and not save anything. When I say save, I don't mean put it in a savings account. I think that's honestly worthless in 2021 with how well the stock market's performing. When I say save, I mean put it in the stock market or some sort of like asset or derivative that you can honestly get such a higher return on that compared to just putting it in a savings account. Obviously put some into a savings account because it's secure and you're not going to lose that money and it's going to grow a little over time. You'll get like 0.1% each year depending on what bank you have. But track your spending, don't be dumb, and obviously save more. I wouldn't say save more, save more than you spend. I think that's a good rule of thumb. Last thing I want to talk about is obviously people want to know like how do I actually gain money, and a tip I will give you guys is starting a YouTube channel can be a very successful way to start earning passive income and a large income. Not at first, it's going to take a long time. However, if you grind and if you work at it like I am right now, I mean, you can literally just look at the videos I make. I put in the effort, I edit everything, and I try to make things informative and interesting and somewhat entertaining. I know I'm not that entertaining. However, I do my best. So starting a YouTube channel can be a great way of passive income, starting your own company, making money as a young person, taking that money that you make as a young person, because I honestly think the earlier you start making money, the better, because you can go invest that and earn that compound interest, which I talked about earlier, help grow your money, and by the time you're like 60 or retired, 65-ish, that'll be worth a fortune, and then you can retire, live life, buy stuff. And I just did an episode on Can Money Buy You Happiness on my podcast, Unwrapping Success. I'm going to be linking my podcast down in the description below. If you guys want to go check that out, I highly recommend it. It's a phenomenal podcast. Me and my friend Tim run that, and it's fun. YouTube channel, if you want to start your own business as a young person, it's free to do. All you need is your smartphone if you want to film. And yeah, I also did a whole video on if you can start a YouTube channel all in your S21. Very cool video. And guess what? The answer to that is you can. So without further ado, let's go check out the car I actually bought, which is why you're actually watching this video. Okay people, so we're in the car now. I know this isn't the best angle right now, but I currently have this like on my dashboard. So here's the car itself. I'll probably do some B-roll footage of everything on the outside. So this is a 2022 Honda Civic Sport model. This is the trim above the basic LX model. The basic upgrades that come with this are mainly the 18-inch alloy wheels, some smart features like remote start, and also keyless entry. And you also get better suspension, and you should also get slightly better fuel economy than the basic LX model. But I can basically just show you around the inside of here. It's completely redesigned compared to the 2021 and previous 10 years, that previous generation of the Civic. They completely changed the whole look. As you'll see in this video, I'm actually going to be doing a full car review of this car, uploading it to my channel, seeing how it does, because obviously this is technology. There are a lot of new tech and smart features with this car, so fits in with the channel. It's a tech device technically, but yeah, I'll show you around the cabin a little, show you what's up. It also has a screen over here, which I'll show you. Have the steering wheel down just so it doesn't like block point of view of the camera looking at me. It's got a nice heads-up, bigger display than the previous 22 or 21 model, and yeah, it kind of looks like an Audi in here. I'm not gonna lie, even the back of the car looks like an Audi. So yeah, let me show you around the cabin real quick, and yeah. Okay, so we're inside the car right now. This is the steering wheel, H for Honda. There's a bunch of buttons on here. I'm not gonna like go through what all these mean and everything, but here's some safety features, and obviously you can just volume, skip to the next track over here if you want to do that. You can also click this button to activate Google Assistant, which is super useful. I use that all the time. Change the transmission type, park reverse, neutral drive. You can actually change it to sport mode using this right here. Change the drive mode, goes sport, normal, econ. Econ is to save gas. That's the auto idle stop. So if you come to a light or a bank or something and you completely come to a complete stop, the engine will actually shut off to save gas. Electronic parking brake, brake hold, cup holders. Got some space in here to put stuff. I just put an umbrella in there. Passenger seat, these seats, since it's the sport model, it's like pretty soft for the most part. Good for long car rides. Has a nice gray stripe going down it. Also, I don't know if you guys can see this, but my shoes are getting in the way. The pedals are actually metal to simulate like kind of like a sports car. USB charger. You have a 12-volt charger as well. A bunch of knobs to adjust like the airflow. And as you can see in here, completely redesigned how this thing looks on the interior. It's so much more open and got a nice 7-inch display right there. You can adjust the media, radio, connect your phone, Apple CarPlay, all that sort of stuff. It's a great car overall, and it's also very safe for the most part. Bunch of new safety features. And then here's the back if you're interested in that. I don't know. It's got a lot of legroom. It definitely has a lot of legroom. But yeah, that's the basic inside of the car. I can show you some B-roll of the outside, and yeah, let's hop right into it. People, so that's gonna be it for this video today. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to go download Acorns if you haven't to, using my referral link in the description if you guys want to go get started with investing. Hope you enjoyed the brief look at the car. I'll be coming out with a full in-depth review of the car. I'm gonna be competing against all those other people who do car reviews on YouTube. But yeah, if you like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Like this video, share with your best friend, check out my podcast, and I will see you guys in the next video from Scott Tyler. Peace out.